What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte. Dillian Whyte had this to say about Alexander Povetkin. Get this. He says, quote, "I want to smash Povetkin's face in. He pretends to be a nice guy, and he will pay." Okay. Dillian Whyte, of course, he wants revenge when he faces Alexander Povetkin in a rematch March 6th, with the location yet to be finalized. They collided back in August, of course, at Matchroom's Fight Camp in Brentwood, the last week of Fight Camp, mind you, with Povetkin scoring a sensational fifth-round knockout over Whyte to capture the WBC interim heavyweight title. Povetkin had been dropped twice in the fourth, but the Russian boxer came back the following round and landed a vicious uppercut, knocking Whyte out. Backstory, if you guys don't know that, you know this. Whyte is not impressed. Whyte wants to revenge that, and this is what he says also in its entirety. He says, "I just want to get in there and smash his face in. To be honest, just get in there, have a fight, let's go toe-to-toe, and let's have it. I'm just glad that there is nowhere for him to try and hide behind and try to run. He wasted time, let me get ready for 2 fights, and then canceled them at the last minute. I'm glad. He pretends to be this nice guy, humble guy, but he's talking shit. Of course, I'm going to be annoyed. I'm not going to be sat there and laughing. I had a great camp. I'm going to be pissed off and annoyed. Povetkin was getting beat up. He got damaged in the fight, and I don't need no time to recover. I was ready to go. How is the delay going to benefit me? I've always got a spiteful, nasty streak, but if someone is being respectful, it's difficult to be a certain way. Now he's showing his true colors, and he will pay for it. I'm going to hurt him. It's going to be super aggressive. It's someone is being cool. If someone is being cool, but that was part of his game plan. Now I know that's a part of his game plan." Wow. Okay, so Dillian Whyte has said that he thinks Alexander Povetkin was playing this nice guy role and trying to disarm Dillian Whyte, rather. You know, that I think that he said Alexander's game plan was him being this nice guy, kind of like Andy Ruiz was with Joshua in their first fight. You know, I want to hold your belts. That type of guy. You know, and then Anthony Joshua looked down at him, kind of felt sorry for him, and let him hold the damn belts, and you know what I mean? Right? And, you know, the rest is history or whatever. But, you know, Dillian Whyte's annoyed because he figures that that's his game. That's Alexander Povetkin's game, to be this nice guy, humble guy. But he's saying, really, by reading what I read, and you know, what Dillian Whyte is saying is, it's like a facade. He's putting on a facade to disarm Dillian Whyte so he can go in there and catch his ass slipping. So they, boop, hit him with that left uppercut again and knock his ass out again. Maybe that's what Dillian Whyte's doing, because Dillian Whyte was winning that fight. He dropped him twice in the fourth. It was a good, nice little scrap. 2 brutes, 2 guys going toe-to-toe. It was a good scrap because Povetkin wouldn't he was getting caught. He was getting that jab stuffed to his face because, you know, when Povetkin would kind of come down, you know, Dillian Whyte would pop him with that jab, you know what I mean? But he would lean over a bit, you know. So I think Povetkin helped him by throwing to the body, throwing viciously to the body, you know. And every so often, if he could catch that jab, he could time that jab, Povetkin, he would throw and loop a right over that jab. And I know he caught him with that. And actually, that's the punch I thought he was going to knock Whyte out with, or hurt Whyte to stop Whyte. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it was the left uppercut. So Dillian Whyte's also pissed off about the training camps. You know, the last minute, you know, 2 training camps. And understand, people, when you're training for a fight, if it's 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, and you find you have a certain amount of time to prepare, to recover, you know, and it depends on the condition the fighter is already in before going into camp. Well, Dillian Whyte immediately went right into training camp and then find out that the shit was canceled. and then goes into another training camp and then find out that is canceled. So yeah, he should be annoyed because that's strain on your body, that's wear and tear on your body. Okay, so you don't want to be overtrained when it comes to situations like that. You know what I mean? And then here's the counterpunch. Dillian Whyte might think just Alexander Povetkin played the nice guy. Maybe he is a nice guy. However, he may be looking or overlooking the possibility of Povetkin postponing that purposely because he wanted Dillian Whyte to be overtrained. Because overtrained is a real term, people. Ask Ober Carr. He was one of the notorious guys up in Detroit that overtrained a lot. He stayed in the gym too much. You know, that's why you need recovery, you need rest, you need balance when you're dealing with fighters. It's like someone that goes to the gym all the time and they work out all the time and then they never recover, they never sleep. Your body is going to be broke down. Okay? You're going to start injuring yourself, tearing muscles because your muscles are too tight because they haven't had the energy to sleep. Okay? Rest gives you energy. It rebuilds your energy. So if you keep just pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, you know, that's the type of thing that can happen. So I think that may be a real game plan of Povetkin. Not saying that he didn't have a coronavirus. I'm not saying that because it affects people in different ways and this, that, and the other. But, you know, there was a expected date that never was made and he wasn't ready. I feel if Povetkin wasn't ready, he shouldn't have gave a projected date. You know, so that's why Dillian Whyte was pissed off because, you know, he's wasted his time, you know, waiting on Alexander Povetkin. But you have to remember a key thing. The interim champion is Alexander Povetkin now, for now, because he knocked out Dillian Whyte. Yes, Dillian Whyte was winning. Yes, just like a lot of people were beating Deontay Wilder before he knocked them out. Same difference. They lost. Dillian Whyte lost. So to be real, for all shits and giggles, he has to wait on the champion if he wants that guy to get him that belt back, that WBC interim belt. Okay? So he has to be ready for Povetkin. You know, so yeah, he could have moshed on with somebody that I would prefer him to fight like Luis Ortiz, but at the end of the day, which would have been a great fight, but in the end of the day, he still wanted that position back. Okay, so he has to wait on it. So regardless if he purposely did it or not, he still has to wait. All right? So good things come for those who wait, and he's waited it out. So hopefully March 6th, Povetkin will be ready, you know, because there were times that he heard that Povetkin was already training, but then wasn't ready because he had something with his lungs or whatever. So, you know, I can understand Dillian Whyte's frustration or his doubt that, hey, maybe this dude is just, you know, feeding me a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Dillian Whyte, for two reasons, I think he will come in double frustrated, really for three. For one, getting knocked out. For two, you know, being bullshitted that the guy was all nice, bumping hands with him and trying to shake his hand and stuff like that, and then catching him off guard, which, you know, that's pretty much his fault. You know, and for three, making him wait twice. So, yeah, that's 3 times of pissed offness from Dillian the Body Snatcher Whyte. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Dillian Whyte saying that he wants to smash Povetkin's head in. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.